In this video, I'm going to break down an 8-figure rebrand that I just made with my company. And I'm going to break down exactly how I thought of the name, what's the long-term vision to get to $10 million a year plus. And I want to break down exactly what I did to just rebrand the entire company and why I decided to do it. That way you could apply some of these things and do it for your own company, right? Because when you brand a company, you need to think longer term. But I do want to say a few different things, right? And so one thing I want to touch on is brand names and company names don't matter that much in the beginning. So if you are someone that is procrastinating on running a company because you don't have a logo or website or brand name or whatever dialed in, like, guys, I just calculated it. We've done over $700,000 in revenue, cash collected from my business that I was never passionate about the name. It makes no sense. Innovators. That's the name I ran with. And we made $700,000 plus and in the last year. And it's crazy because I don't care about that name. It means nothing, right? It means absolutely nothing to the marketplace. And so when you're over here rethinking or thinking about, oh man, everything needs to be perfect, one thing I want to say to you is just take action. You figure it out. You're always able to do a rebrand, which is what I've done. And I'm going to break down why I've done it, how I thought of the name, and what's going to take us to $10 million a year as well. And some of the things I applied, which will help me and help you take your business to the next level, right? And so, like I said, my last company name for the coaching business was Innovators. And the way I came up with that name was I I want to innovate the industry, right? I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. And then I couldn't get like innovate.com or whatever. And then I was like, Innovators with a Z. And then I bought the domain and I just ran with it for the last like 9 months or whatever, right? And means nothing. It means nothing in the marketplace. It means nothing to me. It kind of means something to me. It's my first coaching business. And so, but one thing I do want to say is when you're creating a name, try to think about something that you want to build long term. It has to mean something to you, right? And so my old name meant nothing to me. And so I really sat down, and this new name that I came up with is something I think I could run with for years, for the next decade, right? Because it resonates with me and all my clients, all my prospects so well that people just want to be a part of it. People want to be a part of that movement because that's what we're all seeking. That's what we're all trying to create. And so let me get down to how I thought of the name, right? So last week I went to a coffee shop and I've been trying to think of a name for a while now. Honestly, I've been guys, sometimes even though if your environment is awesome, if I look over, there's the ocean and birds flying over the ocean and a palm tree and whatever, it's sick. I love it. This is a great place to be creative and grind. But because I'm here all the time, in my office grinding, it's not like a new spark of creativity that comes to you sometimes, right? And so sometimes going to a coffee shop, amazing. I grabbed my iPad and I just started journaling. I just went to the coffee shop and I'm just like, all right. I just literally journaled for hours, and I could pull it up too. I literally just journaled and just thought about what is it that I care about, right? And if you look at this, it's just pages of it, right? Literally pages of what do I care about? And I came up with a name that I think is pretty freaking awesome. And so what did I care about? What did I really break down and learn from that whole journaling session? It was this. I want time freedom to spend time with my wife and future kids and family. I want location freedom, which I have. I live in Costa Rica and I could live anywhere I want. I'm thinking of going to Europe for the next month and a half. I'm just looking at things and I have the freedom to do that. And I think everyone seeks that, right? And then another thing is money freedom. Money to go to a restaurant and order every single side and appetizer that you want and 5 pieces of dessert that are different. Money to just not look at the bill when you go grocery shopping. Money to do whatever you want. Money freedom. Right? Buying vacations, buying your parents nice things, spending money on whatever, right? So everyone's chasing freedom. And so I broke that down. I was like, I actually don't care too much about money anymore. It used to be about money and revenue and this and this. And yeah, it's cool. It's still about that because I need to hit KPIs and everything needs to make sense because I have a team under me and all that, right? But it's all about freedom. And so I just kept coming back to the word freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. And I was just like, I want this and this. And it all came down to freedom. And I was like, all right, so what's the goal? What's everyone's goal in life? And the goal is to create freedom. Bam. That's the company name. I got createfreedom.io. I'm trying to get the .com right now. Team's working on that. And then we bought like 20 other domains with Create Freedom. And so that's the company name I ran with and decided to run with. It's Create Freedom. And the reason I wanted to do that is because every single person wants to create freedom. And I talked to some people, and some of you are very passionate about making more money. Like, that's awesome. That's me, right? Like, I was all about the money for the longest time. Some of you guys are about like making enough to just travel. Some of you just want to make enough to just support your families. Like, everyone's different. It's not all about money or this, but everyone wants freedom. That's like one common goal everyone wants. They want to create freedom for their life, because no one wants to wake up and have a boss texting them, come into work. No one wants to wake up and have someone telling them what to do. Like, I sure as hell don't. No one wants to be stuck at an office all freaking day. No one wants to work in a cubicle. Let's be real. It's 2024. No one wants to be in a cubicle, a depressing cubicle with people they don't like to work with. And so the goal is to create freedom, and all of us are striving to create freedom. And so that's what I ran with. And I decided to run with this because it's actually possible for everyone, right? Creating freedom is actually possible for everyone. I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26 in like 4 months. I made like $4+ million in the online space. Before that, I made 1.5 mil in the real estate space. And I've always been hustling, but I've always created freedom for my family, for my life, for whatever, right? And yes, it's hard. And yes, it takes a lot of dedication. And yes, it will take you a little bit longer than you want it to. That's one thing I want to say. If you want to create that freedom for your life, it will take you a little bit longer than you want it to. But what's the alternative? The alternative is not having freedom. Not having time freedom. A boss tells you when to show up. Not having the freedom to eat whatever you want. Right? Not because you can't afford it or go to like a nice restaurant and whatever. Like, what's the alternative of, rather than putting your head down and grinding for a couple years to create freedom for your life? And then once you grind, you stack up this self-confidence and these skill sets in your mind that just allow you to never go broke again. Like, if you restarted and we restarted, we might lose the money, but like the skills, like years and years of personal development and dedication and skills of marketing, sales, and all these different things, they're still with us. Like, that's why we could rebuild super fast and create freedom. So that freedom never escapes us. Freedom's not about money. Freedom's about what you've learned, what you've created, who you are, right? You're creating freedom for the life you're building. And so that's my thing. That's my new company name. That's my big thing I'm pushing right now, because everyone's goal is to create freedom. Not everyone's goal is not to make $1 million a year or 10 million or whatever it is. Like, that's my goal, but like, you might be happy at 100, right? And then you hit it and then you're like, I don't want it. All right, I want more. And that's what happens majority of the time, by the way. And so, I just wanted to come out here and just tell you guys what my big vision is. What I think what is the thing that's going to get me to 10+ million plus scaling, right, to the next level, is branding myself in a way that can resonate with you guys, right? Branding myself in a way that can resonate with all of our goals being aligned, right? Like freedom. We all want it. We all want it. No matter what, we all want it. And so thanks for watching this. Thanks for supporting. Like this video. Let me know. Give me a comment if you like the name. If not, don't leave me a comment, right? And so let me know regardless. I don't really care. I'm not sensitive. But it's great. It's great recording this video and talking about this rebrand. And let me know if you guys have any other questions about anything about branding. And I'm always here. And I'm going to make a lot more videos for you guys. And it's freaking go time.